India's defence architecture is a critical pillar of its sovereignty, national security and strategic autonomy. As the world's largest democracy and a regional power in South Asia, India maintains a complex and evolving defence system that encompasses conventional armed forces, nuclear deterrence, cyber and space capabilities, and an increasingly indigenized defence industrial base. This video presents a comprehensive analysis of India's defensive preparedness and offensive potential, situated in the broader geopolitical and technological context. India's defence forces are organised into three primary wings: the Indian Army, responsible for land-based warfare and the second-largest standing army in the world; the Indian Navy, tasked with maritime security and blue water capabilities to secure India's interests across the Indian Ocean region; and the Indian Air Force, which ensures air dominance, supports ground operations, and plays a vital role in strategic bombing and aerial reconnaissance. Additionally, the Indian Coast Guard Strategic Forces Command and the newly created Department of Military Affairs supplement and coordinate India's military apparatus. India's defence is built upon strategic deterrence, territorial integrity, and conventional readiness. India is among the few countries developing an indigenous multi-layered BMD system capable of intercepting incoming ballistic missiles both exo-atmospherically and endo-atmospherically. Developed by DRDO, this includes the Prithvi Air Defence and Advanced Air Defence Interceptors. Air defence systems like Akash, Barak 8, S-400 Triumph, and indigenous efforts to develop very short-range air defence systems enhance India's defensive depth. India has established the Defence Cyber Agency to counter and deter cyber threats, protect defence networks, and conduct cyber offensive operations when necessary. Governed by India's No First Use doctrine, India maintains a minimum credible deterrence. Delivery platforms include land-based missiles like the Agni series, air-launched weapons like gravity bombs from aircraft, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles like the K-15 and K-4 from INS Arihant. India uses satellites, unmanned aerial vehicles, radars and AWACS for monitoring its borders and coastal lines. While India advocates peaceful coexistence, it maintains credible offensive capabilities to deter adversaries and respond with precision. Agni-V is a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile with a range exceeding 5,000 kilometers, capable of carrying nuclear warheads. BrahMos is a supersonic cruise missile developed jointly with Russia, with precision strike capability against land and sea targets. Reforms in the Indian Army have led to the creation of agile, offensive formations, IBGs, capable of rapid mobilization across the western border for swift action. India's aircraft carriers like INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant nuclear submarines like the INS Arihant class and multi-role destroyers like the Visakhapatnam class provide it with substantial offensive reach in the Indian Ocean and beyond. Units like Para-SF, Marcos and Garud commandos are trained for surgical strikes, counter-terrorism and strategic interdiction. India demonstrated anti-satellite capability during Mission Shakti in 2019, positioning it among a handful of nations with space-based offensive capabilities. India focuses on deterrence by punishment rather than deterrence by denial. The Cold Start doctrine allows for swift, limited offensive operations without triggering a full-scale war. Under initiatives like Make in India and Defence Acquisition Procedure 2020, India is pushing for indigenous weapon systems, reducing dependence on imports. India is enhancing its global stature through Quad defence cooperation and strategic partnerships with countries like the USA, France, Israel and Russia. Joint military exercises like Malabar, Yudh Abhyas, Varuna and Garuda Shakti contribute to interoperability, technology transfer and capacity building. India is investing in fifth and sixth generation fighter aircraft through the AMCA project Hypersonic Weapons Artificial Intelligence in Warfare, Cybersecurity and Quantum Technologies. Theatre commands and jointness of the tri-services are also being developed. Despite robust capabilities, India faces challenges such as budget constraints, dependence on imports, border threats from adversaries like China and Pakistan, hybrid warfare and non-state actors. There is a need for defence reforms and theatre-level integration. India's defence system reflects a delicate balance between defensive resilience and strategic assertiveness. As the security landscape evolves, India must strengthen its indigenization efforts, deepen its strategic alliances, and adopt emerging technologies to secure its national interests and contribute meaningfully to global peace and stability. For aspirants of the civil services, understanding India's defense strategy provides critical insights into national security, international relations, technological advancement, and public policy formulation.